Uncle Martin's Cabin, a painting tutorial by Mr. Ben, inspired by that photograph. We're going to be painting some distant trees, and then some trees nearby. We're going to be painting Uncle Tom's cabin and the road here. The road that is covered in snow deep in the winter time. So I'm going to start with my pencil and just do a quick sketch because I want to know before I paint where my road is going to be, my pathway. So the pathway is disappearing off into the distance. So you can see it's getting skinnier as you get further away from the page. Now I'm taking blue. I'm dipping into blue, and with the big brush, I'm pressing the brush tap, tap, tap against the dry paper. No need to wet the paper, just tap some blue on the top. This is going to be the tip tops of the trees that are in the distance far away. So notice I'm not going back and forth I'm not sweeping my brush at the top because I want those trees to look like that. But once I'm getting down below the top layer, now I can sweep that blue across the page. And then I'm dipping into water, and I'm just using the water now to bring down that blue as far down as I can bring it. I'm not even really going to dip into the blue paint anymore because I want it to get lighter and lighter as I go down. So I'm just using water here. This has to be done pretty quickly because once the paint dries, you're not going to be able to bring down the blue. Okay, now I'm going to let the paint completely dry before I go and add my second layer. Okay, now my painting is dry, and as you can see, I've mixed up some colors here on the palette. I've got a dark blue, which I made by combining blue and gray. I've got a purple and a green. You probably won't need green, but we will be using the dark blue and the purple. So I'm poking again with my brush. These are the trees that are in the foreground, meaning they're nearby. So these are the leaves in the trees that we're going to do the trunks for in a minute. So as you can see, the darker blue is it's pushing the faraway trees further back into the distance, and it's bringing them these darker blues, it's bringing these trees closer up. Now for the trunks of the trees, I'm going to switch to my skinny brush. You can do as many trees or as little as you want. I'm trying to do some trees on the other side of the road, the little ones. I want my branches to be a little bit more brown, so I'm going to add some purple and go over those branches again. Now I'm using that same purple to do some shadows. Okay, now for the cabin. I'm just softening in the insides with water, bringing that purple paint here. I'm not using more purple paint than I need to because I want to go over that with some yellow. Okay, so now I'm dipping into yellow to try to make the cabin look like it's made out of wood. A nice brownish reddish color. For the windows, I need a darker color now, so I'm dipping into that darkish blue. Going back over my pencil lines that I made at the beginning. Now with that same dark blue, or if you're using gray, you can do it with the gray. Some more little detail lines inside the road to make the road look a little bit more worn, and maybe tire tracks. Chimney. Some smoke coming out of the chimney with yellow here. And that's it. That's the finished painting.